In today's video, I'm going to teach you to configure auth providers and settings. We'll walk through the key options in the Supabase dashboard so your app's authentication feels secure, smooth, and predictable for your users. Start by opening the Supabase dashboard and heading to Authentication, then Settings. This is the control center for how people sign up, sign in, and get redirected back to your app. We'll go option by option so you understand what each setting does and how to choose what's right for your project. First, decide whether to allow signups. If your app is open to the public, keep this on so anyone can create an account. If you're running a closed beta or an internal tool, turn it off to prevent new accounts and rely on invited users only. This one switch can protect your environment from unwanted registrations. Next, consider email confirmations. Enabling this requires users to verify their email before they can access the app, which dramatically reduces fake or mistyped addresses. It also helps with account recovery later. Just remember that the confirmation link needs to bring users back to your app, so your redirect settings should be accurate. If you want guest access, enable anonymous sign-ins. This lets users explore your app without creating an account, and you can always offer a path to upgrade to a full account later. Make sure your database policies reflect what anonymous users are allowed to see or do, since these sessions should be limited and temporary. For third-party providers, you can enable OAuth with services like Google or GitHub. This gives users a familiar one-click sign-in experience. You'll need to supply credentials from each provider's developer console and match the callback URL to what you configure in Supabase. Turn on only the providers you plan to support and test each one end to end. Now set up URL redirects for login and sign-up. These URLs determine where users land after a successful social login or after clicking an email confirmation link. Include both your development and production URLs. Make sure the paths match your app's routes and avoid typos or trailing/mismatches. In production, use HTTPS to prevent browser warnings. Finally, review rate limits and MFA. Rate limits help protect against abuse, like rapid-fire login attempts. Choose thresholds that balance security with a good user experience. For MFA, enabling time-based one-time passwords adds a strong second layer beyond passwords or social login, and it's a great way to harden sensitive accounts. Once everything looks right, save your changes and run a quick test for each flow you enabled. That's it. Your authentication settings are now configured for reliability and security.